The expired and unwholesome products were voluntarily handed over for destruction by concerned companies, NGOs, and the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, among others. This highlights the importance mop up substandard, falsified, expired, and unwholesome regulated products from the supply chain. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Dora Akunyili, who was represented, says the exercise demonstrates the agency's unwavering commitment to safeguarding public health.
For the naysayers who always believe that once a product is seized, it must find its way back to the system, we are showing them here that it's not like that in NAFDAC. We got convictions where some people were sentenced to 40 years imprisonment for these things, and these are part of the things we're going to be showcasing so that people will answer these questions, that people are being punished, and so many investigations are going on as I speak.
Customs usually are the first to examine goods coming in the ports and the border stations. Such goods, when encountered, are usually given to NAFDAC as a collaboration.
This is a very important step in addressing public health challenges in our country.
The agency is also strengthening its enforcement strategies to track and seize substandard products and prosecute offenders, while working with lawmakers to amend the NAFDAC Act to enforce firmer penalties to frustrate.
Somewhere in Nigeria right now, a mother is giving her child medicine she trusted, medicine she paid for, medicine that may be killing her child. She did nothing wrong. She went to the pharmacy. She followed the instructions, and yet her child is fighting for their life. This is not a rare tragedy. This is not an accident. This is the calculated, cold-blooded murder of Nigerians by fake drugs every single day.
Okay, it's an ongoing thing. We are particularly here today because of investigation on some controlled drugs. And by virtue of international convention, there are Schedule 1 drugs that ought not to be sold individually.
According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, fake and substandard medicines kill nearly 500,000 people across sub-Saharan Africa every single year. Not hundreds, not thousands. 500,000 human beings, fathers, mothers, children, dead from medicines that were supposed to heal them. Nigeria's government agency, NAFDAC, has launched raids. They have burned drugs worth over ₦1 trillion. They have made arrests, and yet the killing continues.
They help us to sanitize our business area. For instance, like what happened today, it was on a tip-off that they were invited. Then when they came, I have to take them around to identify where they are looking for. So they are very important because they are helping the union to do their work of sanitizing our business area.
By the virtue of the international convention, there are 71 drugs that ought not to be sold by individuals or pharmacies, and the agency has evidence that these shops sold up are into the legal business.
Tonight we go inside the most dangerous supply chain in Africa. We expose who is responsible, who failed us, and most importantly, what you must do right now to protect your family. This is the documentary every Nigerian must watch. Let us start with a number that should shock every Nigerian. Over 70% of the medicines in this country are imported from India, China, and beyond. Many arrive through porous, poorly monitored borders, entering markets before any proper quality check is performed.
In other news now, NAFDAC has uncovered what it describes as one of the largest fake drug warehouses ever discovered in Nigeria. Millions of doses of dangerous, banned and counterfeit medicines capable of killing millions were found inside a warehouse at the Lagos Trade Fair complex. Director of NAFDAC Lagos State Command says the operation has saved the country from a major public health disaster. Senior reporter Ayomide Ajegbe has more.
NAFDAC, Nigeria's National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, officially estimates that between 13 and 15% of drugs circulating in Nigeria are fake or substandard. But independent pharmacists and ELD researchers tell a far darker story. In open markets like Idumota in Lagos, Onitsha in Anambra, and Aba in Abia State, the rate of fake drugs may reach 30% or more.
We have injections from different companies. We have sachet products. We have blisters. All of them very, very important medicines. We have some banned products that have been banned for over 15 years. Quite frightening at the kind of quantity we met is enough to send more than 3 million Nigerians to their grave. For just the anti-malaria, the number of doses we have been able to remove that we didn't allow to go into circulation, for all of them, I just mentioned 3 million for anti-malarials alone. The total number of doses we recovered from this place is far over 10 million doses.
NAFDAC says the operation exposed a well-organized drug cartel with a wide distribution network across the country. 4 suspects were arrested at the scene, while a manhunt is now underway for the mastermind behind the illegal operation.
That means if you walk into an open market in any of these cities, 1 in 3 drugs you pick up may not be what the label claims. It may contain no active ingredient, it may contain a poisonous substitute, or it may be so degraded it is completely useless.
Behind me are the syringes, the drugs, the medicine, the fake injections, all cloned to look like the original. That even the manufacturers were wowed. Some of them could not even tell the difference between their own original and the fake here. Ayomide Ajegbe, TVC News, Lagos.
What do fake drugs actually do to the human body? They cause treatment failure. Your malaria, your typhoid, your infection simply does not respond. They cause organ damage, kidney failure, blindness, and perhaps most dangerously, they are fueling antimicrobial resistance, a global crisis where our antibiotics stop working entirely because pathogens keep encountering weak, substandard doses. A mother in Kano treats her child's malaria with fake chloroquine. The drug does nothing. The parasite multiplies. The child deteriorates. By the time the family returns to the hospital, it is too late. This is not a hypothetical. This is what is happening in homes, hospitals, and clinics across Nigeria right now.
Total value of the products that we have seized is over 3 billion, and we evacuated 8 trailers of these medicines. This trade has become a major cartel that we will dismantle.
I want you to hold this image in your mind. A small bottle of teething medicine, the kind of medicine Nigerian mothers have always trusted, the kind sold in pharmacies and markets, designed for babies. In late 2008 and into 2009, families across Nigeria began rushing their babies to hospitals. Vomiting, seizures, kidney failure. Children who had been perfectly healthy just days before were suddenly dying. Investigators discovered the cause: the locally manufactured Pikin teething mixture made by Berowa Pharmaceuticals Limited, right here in Nigeria, had been contaminated with diethylene glycol, DEG, a toxic industrial chemical, the same class of substance found in antifreeze. It had been used as a cheap substitute for propylene glycol, a safe ingredient in the production of the syrup. Nigeria's government confirmed at least 84 deaths, most of them children under the age of 5. Scientific investigation by the CDC documented at least 54 confirmed fatalities from DEG poisoning, with over 111 children severely affected. The true number may never be fully known. The manufacturer was shut down. Officials faced criminal prosecution.
Now, operatives of the National Agency for Food, Drug and Administration Control, NAFDAC, have re-arrested Mr. Kola Okmola, the producer of the contaminated teething mixture Pikin, which allegedly led to the death of over 18 Nigerian children in 2008. He was arrested by the men of the enforcement unit of the agency at the Federal High Court, Lagos, shortly after the court adjourned further proceedings in the matter. Mr. Okmola, Adeyemo, Abiodun Egbele and Iromo Sele and their company BARONS Pharmaceuticals were arraigned before the court by NAFDAC in March 2009 on a 6-count charge. Our judiciary correspondent Shola Adeko reports.
This was not an imported fake drug. This was made in Nigeria by Nigerians, sold to Nigerian families, and it killed Nigerian babies. The Pikin tragedy is not just history, it is a warning. It proved that without fierce, relentless oversight, the supply chain will be weaponized against the very people it is meant to serve. In the middle of all this darkness, one woman stood up, Professor Dora Akunyili, a pharmacologist, a wife, a mother, and from the year 2001, the Director General of NAFDAC. She did not come to the role for ceremony, she came for war. When Dora Akunyili took over NAFDAC, independent estimates placed the rate of counterfeit and substandard drugs in some Nigerian markets as high as 40 to 70%. Nearly half or more of the medicines Nigerians were buying were fake. People were dying from drugs that were essentially poison or chalk, and the system looked the other way. She did not look the other way. Within years, she transformed NAFDAC from a toothless institution into a feared enforcement force. She destroyed billions of Naira worth of fake drugs. She dismantled supply chains. She launched the mobile authentication service, allowing Nigerians to verify their drugs by SMS. Under her leadership, the rate of counterfeit drugs dropped to under 20% in major national studies. But her work came at a price.
Fake drug is such a bad news. It is mass murder. The evil of fake drugs cannot be compared with any. But unfortunately, the world is not giving it enough attention. As evidenced by the fact that as I speak, there is no harmonized definition of counterfeit drug. Every country has their own definition. How can we carry out the fight with that kind of behavior or situation?
She survived assassination attempts. Drug trackers whose billion-Naira enterprises she dismantled tried to have her killed. She lost loved ones who shared her name in cases of mistaken identity. She continued anyway. Professor Dora Akunyili died of cancer in 2014. Nigeria wept.
Federal Executive Council has held a special session in honor of the former Minister of Information, Professor Dora Akunyili, who died on Saturday in India. Led by President, the council members took turns to pay tribute to the former NAFDAC boss, saying she was an honest woman whose life impacted positively on Nigerians.
She may not have lived long, but she saw and she conquered. The life and times of Professor Dora Akunyili. The President throws the floor open in this special session of the Federal Executive Council in honor of the late Professor
Dora.
Turn by turn, they said she was on top of her game as a Minister of Information while she was with them.
She's a very courageous person. And of course, activities in NAFDAC showed clearly that Dora will want to do the right thing no matter who her ox is God.
Practically every available space at the Madonna Catholic Church in Agulu, Anambra State is occupied as dignitaries from all walks of life converge on the church for the Requiem Mass for the former Information Minister, Dora Akunyili. Before long, the hearse conveying the casket bearing her body arrives the church premises with family members, relations, friends, as well as members of her community leading the way. Next, Pallbearers accompanied the casket into the church for the commencement of the Mass, where Francis Cardinal Arinze officiated along with John Cardinal Onitsha and others.
She proved something that this country desperately needs to remember, that when a Nigerian leader is fearless, focused, and genuinely committed to saving lives, change is possible. The question we must now ask is, what happened after she left? February 2025, NAFDAC launched one of the largest enforcement operations in its history, targeting the open drug markets of Idumota in Lagos, Onitsha in Anambra, and Aba in Abia State. What they found was staggering. Hundreds of truckloads of fake, expired, substandard, and banned drugs seized and destroyed. The official value of drugs destroyed in that single operation, over 1 trillion naira. 1 trillion naira. That is the scale of the poison that was already inside our markets, waiting for you and your children.
We'll begin with the raid at the drug section of the popular Idumota market, Lagos Island, Lagos State, which was led by the NAFDAC DG, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye herself. And then we will move on to feature the raid of the drug section of the Bridge Head Market, Onitsha, in Anambra State.
What does NAFDAC do? NAFDAC regulates drugs, food, chemicals, water. The aim of our regulation is so that you and I will feel better when we use medicine. When we take food, we feel confident. We will not be sick when we take food. When we take water, we will not have diarrhea. When children take medicine, they will not die because of medicine that doesn't have anything inside them. That is why we regulate. That's why we are here today in Idumota, to make sure that those that are selling medicines are properly registered or licensed. To make sure that what they are selling will make you and I better. So that's why we are here. We are here to make sure our people feel better when they use medicine, that the medicine will not kill them.
And yet within weeks of those raids, vendors were returning, stalls were restocking, the cycle resumed, because the problem is not just enforcement, the problem is structural. Porous borders with inadequate customs capacity, powerful criminal syndicates with deep political connections, intermittent enforcement rather than sustained regulation, and ordinary Nigerians who out of economic necessity still buy cheaper, unverified medicines from roadside vendors.
So we came here and he claims that he has a service drug scheme certificate for the supplements. So I told him that what we're going to do is to pick samples of each one of each.
Where is the service drug approval?
Yeah, so I told him to, if after everything, he can give me an invoice. I come over with it.
You're supposed to have a service drug approval in your shop.
Okay, so we have another office where every document is there because of the chaotic nature of this.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we do, what he told me was, we were coming. They didn't tell us we were coming, which I would have prepared everything here. Okay. But they come, open it, they come check everything out, invite me, I come there. That's what I told you.
In 2026, NAFDAC continues to issue public alerts on falsified medicines, including widely used antibiotics. Fake versions of common drugs like Augmentin, used to treat everything from ear infections to pneumonia, are in circulation. These fakes look identical to the real thing. Same color, same packaging, same name, but inside, chalk, sugar water, industrial solvents, nothing. The question is not whether this problem exists. It does. The question is not whether the government knows. They do. The question, the only question that matters is this: how many more Nigerians have to die before this is truly, permanently, and uncompromisingly stopped? Every time you buy medicine without verification, you are gambling, not with money, not with time, with your life, with the life of your child, with the life of your mother, or your father. You are placing blind trust in a supply chain that has been repeatedly proven to be compromised. From today, this changes. Here is what you will do. 1. Every medicine you buy, find the NAFDAC registration number. It must be there. If it is not, put it down and walk away.
Before you register any product, it also is a procedure that we must test that product. We must test that product. And we do what we call good manufacturing practices inspection. So we go, whether it is abroad, whether it is in Nigeria, we go to the facility to inspect your manufacturing processes to ensure that everything that is required for you to achieve quality is actually in place.
2. Use NAFDAC's mobile authentication service. Text the product code to 75948. This is free. This can save your child's life. 3. Check for the security hologram. Tilt it. It should shift and reflect. A fake hologram stays at and dead. 4. Buy only from licensed pharmacies, not from roadside vendors, not from markets, not from a guy who knows a guy.
The patient needs to know that he has to buy the products from the right place. It has to be the right place. If you are looking for products, drugs, then you have to go to a registered pharmacy. If the place is not registered, then you know that you may not get what you are expected to get. Even if it is registered, is it run by a professional? Do you have a pharmacist on duty?
5. Ask questions. A legitimate pharmacist welcomes questions. A fraudulent one will rush you. You are not helpless in this fight. You are the last line of defense for your family, and now you are armed. NAFDAC has a mandate. The Nigerian government has a responsibility. The pharmaceutical industry has an obligation. But none of that matters without you, the citizen, the mother, the father, the young person buying painkillers at a roadside stall. Your demand for accountability, your refusal to buy unverified drugs, your voice, shared, amplified, repeated, is what breaks this cycle. Professor Dora Akunyili once said that fake drugs are a weapon of mass destruction. She was right, and like all weapons, they lose their power when the people refuse to be their targets.
Most of these things happen because of our laws. There is no stringent penalty for offenders of counterfeit or fake products. Now, how can you factor a scenario where a counterfeiter brings in a container of unregistered or a counterfeit medicine and is apprehended, he's arrested, charged to court, and for those maybe running into millions of naira of that container, the penalty at the end of the day in court might be just a chicken fee.
Earlier on, we have some companies that do not exist who want to make submissions for registration of their product. But for any product to be registered now, we ensure that the products, the facilities are inspected and they are compliant with the WHO pre-qualification before they are registered. We have inspectors from Nigeria who visit the facility. That's for the foreign inspection. Locally, we do inspections of the local manufacturers too, as a way of stepping down all facility manufacturers, local manufacturers, and ensure compliance.
If this documentary opened your eyes, then do not keep it to yourself. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe to NKEOMA Documentary TV and turn on your notifications so you never miss an investigation like this. And share this video with your family, your church, your community, your WhatsApp groups. Someone you love may be buying fake drugs today. This video could save their life. In our next deep dive investigation, we go inside another hidden scandal that is silently destroying millions of African homes. You do not want to miss it. Stay vigilant, stay informed, Stay alive. The fight continues.